Celebrating music here on the Michael Finkley Show. Hey.
A song for you, Lorenzo Owens.
But now I'm so much better, and if my words don't come together.
Lorenzo Owens is with us to talk about his Oprah Experience.
This dude can sing.
And his brand new single, When the World Says No, coming up next on the Michael Finkley Show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. I'm Michael Finkley. Today is Monday, September 28th, 2020. Y'all, in a few days, we're going to coast into October. Isn't that something? Come on y'all, let's get it right. Let's do it. Do it for ourselves. Do it for the persons around us. Okay? If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Michael Finkley Show and ring that bell for notification, and we'll send you an email saying, hey, new content is uploaded. Thank you so much to all of our viewers, our subscribers out there, our future viewers, our future subscribers. We're sharing shows that you need to hear and that you want to hear. And also we're here to inform, educate, and inspire. Now, please, 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 we're only just a few weeks away from voting. A few weeks away from voting, y'all. This is so crucial. This election is so crucial. Okay, I mean, I need everybody. If you have not, there's still time to register. Please check with your state to see when deadlines are. Please, 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 please vote. Now is the time. If you want to see that change that you've been aching to see, now is the time. Do it. Vote, because your vote does count and it does matter. On today's show, again, we're celebrating music. I'm a singer. I may not sing as well as some, but I can hold the note. And I've been writing songs ever since I was, I don't know, in my early 20s, maybe since 2012. And I have this whole journal of songs that I've written that one day I want to share with the world. But we have Mr. Lorenzo Owens with us. You may have recognized him from Oprah's Pop Star Challenge back in the early 2000s. And he was actually the second runner-up. And he tells us about his time there, what Oprah was like, and also new music that he has coming out currently. So this is a show you don't want to miss. We'll be right back.
Next, we chat with Lorenzo Owens. We'll be right back. On the next Michael Finkley, Wednesday, we are saluting black businesses, and we're chatting with Brittany Stroud, Michael Lee, and Darius Johnson on their incredible businesses as they tell us more about what they're all about. Join us on the next Michael Finkley.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, as you know that we're talking about the awesomeness of music. Music is a healing mechanism, right? It's a peace, it puts you in a peaceful state, and also can heal. All right. And the person beside me knows all about this awesome aspect of music. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Lorenzo Owens. Lorenzo.
The person beside you with the dry lips, you know.
Stop it.
Let's moisturize a little bit. We can't be we can't be on camera with these little crusties going, you know.
Lorenzo, that's why before I hit accept, I had to apply like I was, eating some pot of donuts or something.
It was the technical difficulties we were having. It distracted me. Then I looked at him. I'm like, now hold on now. How you doing, man?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being on, Lorenzo. Really appreciate you. So, Lorenzo, when did you know that you had a voice?
When did I know?
Yeah,
that's funny because everybody else seemed to know before I knew.
Right? Isn't that always the case?
Yeah, I guess so. For me, I just thought it was something that I thought everybody could do it. Like, I would sing along with the radio. I didn't really know it was anything like really special. It just came naturally, Yeah. But I knew it, I would say probably around 12 or 13, I really started to pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. Even though I had been singing forever since then. I started singing full songs at 3, so I'm told.
Whoa.
But I didn't really think it was anything special until I joined the youth choir at our church, and my mom forced me to get into it. I did not want to be in it at all. I just felt like she was trying to make me do everything the other kids at church were doing. So I sat, some of the old choir members will tell you, I sat the whole first rehearsal like this.
I want to be
Wouldn't say a word.
Wow. Wow. And so when did that change for you though? And when you found out, okay, I have this voice, did you go beyond that? Did you start performing in different events or things as such?
Yeah, it happened pretty much then. Once I joined the choir, I kind of got the bug, because I always loved to sing. I just didn't want to do what she wanted me to do, So then that's where I started leading solos and, directing the choir. And so that's where it first got started, and then progressed from there into, doing R&B, singing backup for people, and, on and on and on.
Ooh, who would you sing backup for?
I sang for a couple of people. I sang for Tina Moore. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her. We did some stuff with Freddie Jackson. Just a lot of different little things here and there.
I gotcha. And somehow you heard about this pop star challenge that this person named Oprah Winfrey was actually having on her show. How did that even come about?
I just saw the commercial running on TV one day, and I was like, I should try this just to do it. And so I did. Sent in a tape, and it went from there. I think it was like 15,000 people. They whittled it down to us final 8, and then our final 3.
Wow. Now, how was that? You went in, you got accepted. I know you were overjoyed in that achievement. So how was that process like every week, just competing against other people, trying to get to that top spot?
It was amazing, actually. And the reason why I did, Popstar was actually a response to American Idol, which was, American Idol was like just on its first leg back then.
I
And
remember.
but the age limit was, I believe, 22 or 23. And so none of us could get on there because we were all above that age. So it was Oprah's answer to that. And it was great. It was an awesome experience. And one of the reasons why I opted to do that as opposed to maybe some other things is because I was always a fan of Oprah, and I knew it would be done with a level of integrity and so on and so forth. And so once we all met, the final 8, we became more like friends than it was a competition. So it was like we were literally all rooting for each other. And that was like a major difference for me. I don't know if that happens a lot on other shows, but it certainly did on ours.
Yeah. And so you got to that point of the bottom 3. You made it into the top 3, the top 3 of the competition. And so how was that? How was that response? Like, I'm close to it. I can taste it.
It was just as amazing. Like, the final 3 were myself, Lanisha Baca, and Lachelle Griffin. Lachelle actually came in first. I came in second. But it was just as amazing because, like I said on the show, like at that point, I knew that we all had actually won. At the time, Oprah had 15 million viewers around the world. So 15 million people seeing you, on a weekly basis, your face and hearing your voice and whatever. It's never a bad thing for anybody, unless I guess it's for a bad reason. But
Right. And I do remember that very well because I think I was in grade school at the time.
I had lots of hair.
You had lots of hair. And like you said, American Idol was just on its first legs, and Oprah came out with this. And so that season, I was between American Idol at night and then watching Oprah. I always watch Oprah anyway. Well, watching this pop challenge during the day, like getting off the bus, putting down my backpack, and I'm watching. And when you hit the top 3, I'm just like, I'm rooting for you because you're a black male, right? I'm rooting. I'm rooting for you, right? And so that happened. So how was that opportunity of meeting Oprah Winfrey? Was she a person that was very involved behind the scenes or what have you? Was she very personable with you all?
Oh, she was amazing.
Mm.
She's absolutely amazing. She's, people always want the dirt, like how was she really? Was she really mean? Not saying that's what you were going for, but people want
People
that.
are
But
messy.
she's really not. She's everything she's appears to be on television. She's just as kind and just a wonderful, wonderful person.
Hmm. Yeah, when I saw that interview, it was just like you made the hair on my head stand up. I'm like, whoa, let's
Yeah.
do you can sing for real, for real. And
That
so
was
after,
amazing because I didn't know she was doing that interview. We happened to be in the studio that day for filming, and I saw Cheryl Burton, who was one of the local anchors here, and we saw her on the monitors giving the interview, but you couldn't hear anything, so nobody knew what exactly it was about. Or I mean, it's Oprah; she could have been talking about anything. Get home, and I just accidentally turned on it because I don't even watch the news, local news like that, and I kind of accidentally turned it on and caught that, and it's like, whoa.
you talking about me?
You talking about me?
Are you sure?
So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you keep in contact with the other contestants that were on the show?
I do. Not all of them, but
Mhm.
I'm in contact with all of them. But there are a few that I kind of speak with, fairly regularly via Facebook and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Gotcha.
social media stuff.
It's so easy to keep in contact these days, right?
It is. It is.
Inbox me, DM me, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, awesome. So how has that connection with the mogul as she is, Oprah Winfrey, been as after you left the show?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Yeah.
We had a
So
sound issue.
how has the connection been with you and Oprah even after the show?
Oprah's a busy woman, so we didn't stay in contact. I've seen her, a time or two times, I think, since then. I actually went back and do you remember when she was doing the after the show segments?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I went back and did that after, Pop Star was all over, said and done. And so I've seen her a couple times since then, but, she's in LA now or not LA, Santa Barbara, I think it is. And everything's moved. Harpo's not here anymore, any of that. So I haven't had any contact with her in quite some time.
Gotcha. And so what type of exposure, I know it was major exposure for you, all of you. What type of exposure did it lead after the competition was over?
Oh man. Tons of things. People don't realize it, but I had a project out prior to Pop Star. And you probably wouldn't remember this. You said you were in what, junior high school when Pop Star was on? Elementary. Okay, so there you go. You see, I earned these gray hairs. You see that?
Oh, I can't wait to go great. I'm excited.
I love them, man. I love them. But so I had a deal prior to that. But then doing Pop Star just took everything to a whole other level. Had two more deals since then, put out the After the Show record, and then Better Days, the Encore, and then multiple, singles and different things like that. And, here we are now with When the World Says No, and looking forward to a full release in 2021.
Oh, wow. That song is fire. I'm telling you. When we come back, we're going to talk about your current projects and what else are you doing, right? We'll be right back. Coming up, Lorenzo talks about his brand new single, When the World Says No. We'll be right back. The Finkley Experience is an education and consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. We assist parents and their students with the college process. We train school administrators, and we also partner with colleges and universities to assist with their first-generation population. To learn more about our consulting firm and to purchase our book and workbook, please visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. We are still chatting with Mr. Lorenzo Owens. Lorenzo, I think we're family because
I think so.
Literally, I think so. Do you have people in the South?
I do.
What part?
I do. The Owens side is Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay. All right. I'm a little further down, South Carolina. We have to look into that. Cousin, we have to look into that. So, when the world says no, how did this come about?
When the world says no. When the world says no, came about like right before COVID started.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I had been talking with James Day, who's the writer of the song, and we were kind of going back and forth, talking about doing something together, and just never really kind of, I guess, stumbled up on the right thing. This song came along, and he reaches out to me. He's like, man, I have this song. I think it's a great song. I feel like you would deliver everything I want in it, and you should take a listen and see if you want to do it. I listened to the song, and I thought, that's a message. That's a cool message, and it's a little bop, you know. Even though the track wasn't what it is now. I had a more of a sample thing.
Okay.
And it just kind of took off from there. You know, we recorded it from he's East Coast, I'm Chicago, Midwest. We never did even connect, you know, physically.
Wow.
I recorded my stuff here, he recorded his stuff there, and there you go.
Isn't that amazing?
And this was pre-COVID. We didn't actually have to do it that way. It just you know, happened. And then we landed into all of this. So it was perfect timing and otherwise it was a perfect message. I say it was the universe aligning.
Definitely in that, because it knew what the world was going to need in just a few months, right? And so this is your single. I see that it's doing very well. When is your overall project going to be completed? When is that going to come out?
I don't know for sure yet. We're planning on 2021, but you know, all of this has, you know, kind of thrown everything into a, you know, a little whirlwind, and so we're still figuring it out. You know, working out all the kinks and whatever. But I'm looking forward to a 2021 release. I like to be able to go out and actually, you know, mingle with people and perform live and all of that. So hopefully we'll be in a much better position by then. But we'll see. But that's my cue to tell y'all, please go out and vote, because we can't take 4 more years of this. I'm sorry.
Come on, y'all. No, please don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry. That's a constant message that needs to be said. If you truly want to make a difference, yes, we can protest, we can sign, but if we definitely vote, I'm telling you, change can be made.
That's right.
Change we want to see can be made.
Even if it's not the person you wanted to see or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about where we go from here. Yeah. And our country is in real serious trouble, as you can see, with all the things going on. So make that change and then push that administration to do what you need to be done.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself, Lorenzo. Yes, sir. And that's the way I feel music as when persons as well. It's on an individual basis. It can change your overall being. So what has music been to you these many years?
Wow. It saved my life, actually. You know, I really feel that. I feel like music saved my life in times where there was just, you know, just confusion and not knowing what to do, which way to go, different things. I always had music. And so the one of the most beautiful things to me is when people come up to me and say, oh, that song made me feel like this, or your voice made me feel like that. Because guess what? Gladys and Aretha and Donnie and Stevie and Shaka and all of those people that I grew up listening to, because my father had records of those people, and he was an avid music fan, they made me feel that way. So for someone to come to me and say, you make me feel that way, it's just an ultimate blessing. You know, music's it's everything. And the atmosphere, as the gospel song says.
Oh yes, shifting your atmosphere. I love it. That's one of my favorites. Yes, sir. And so what advice would you give to someone besides all the fame and the glory? Because I feel that if it's truly in you, if it's truly your talent, your passion, it will show in its own time. So besides all the fame and the people, the connections, what would you say to someone that wants to pursue music as you did?
I would say educate yourself as much as you can, work on your craft as much as you can. And when the world says no, give them that middle one.
Not the middle one.
Keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get more doors closed in your face than you're going to get open, you know, but it only takes that one open door.
Oh, yes. Yes. Someone said that to me actually a few weeks ago. They said, Michael, it only takes one person. Yeah. One person to say yes, and that door can open for you.
And the thing of it is what people don't realize is the one person to say yes is you.
Wow.
Say it to yourself. Say it for yourself. Because what we sometimes don't get is it's our job to align. And when we align with the universe, the divine, God, whatever it is you want to call that, once we align, we then can create, birth into this world those things that we came here to birth into this world through the very desires of our own heart. Yeah. So it only takes you to say yes and to really believe it and love on you. But it takes you some time to get to that point where you can do that, because we get filled with so much of this stuff around us. Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing. It starts with us. It starts with us. I love that. How can they find you on social media? Social media. I got all these different names, so let's see if I've been trying to do my perfecting of which one belongs to what. But I'm Lorenzo Owens on Facebook. I am Lorenzo_Owens on Instagram, and I am at R Lorenzo Owens on Twitter. Okay, well, all right, there you go. And how can they listen? I have Snapchat too, but I'm never on there. So I just gave it up. I just gave it up. How can they? I can't deal with all of these things. It's, you'll go crazy. You will. If you don't have a team behind you, you'll go crazy. And you spend way too much time on them. Oh my gosh, yeah. And you could be perfecting on your craft. Yeah. Your own time on social media. So how can they listen to this awesome new single, When the World Says No? You can get it on all digital platforms. If you do Spotify, if you do Amazon, if you do iTunes, whatever, it's out there. Gotcha. All righty. You heard it here. Lorenzo, thank you so much for being on, telling your story. Thank you so much. And we wish you all the best in the future. Thank you. Same to you, my brother. Thank you. Have a good one.
On the next Michael Finkley, Friday, be prepared to be inspired. We have Mills Rogers with us as he reminds us that success is a process. And we have Tim Bowers with us and reminds us not to be average, but to aim for awesomeness. Don't you dare miss the next Michael Finkley.
Hello, welcome back. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you learn something? What did you learn? Comment below. Let's have that conversation down there. Lorenzo, thank you so much for being on. It was just such an honor speaking with you and talking about your experiences and the doors that have opened and it's going to continuously open for you as well. Thank you for sharing. And one thing that really stood out to me, yes, music can heal, music can deliver, music can bring that peace of mind. And you explained to us what music does for you, and you said it saved your life. That's incredible. Music can save. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you so much. On the next Michael Finkley, Wednesday, we are celebrating and saluting Black businesses, and we're chatting with Brittany Stroud, we're chatting with Michael Lee, and also Darius Johnson. They're going to tell us about their businesses, how they got started, and where they see themselves in the future. Again, another show you don't want to miss. If you have not already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Michael Finkley Show, and please ring that bell for notification. If you'd like to be a guest of The Michael Finkley Show, please email us at michael@thefinkleyexperience.com. Thank you so much for watching. Guess what? We'll see you Wednesday. Have a good one.